So what a week we've had. Amazing how the indexes have just kept on running up. I mean, the whole of November it's been an upward swing, and now we've moved into that sort of December move. Are we getting the Santa Claus rally? Is the Santa Claus rally coming this year, or isn't it? Maybe not. That's what we're looking at, because these indexes have really run amok, and they just, on Friday, I mean, geez, I wasn't expecting that, kept on going. It's kind of hitting, the S&P's hitting that 4,600 level, very much a round number. On the Forex side, on the currencies, I mean, there's a lot of opportunities coming available in the currencies. They've retracted quite nicely. The US dollar euro, the pound euro, the euro Great British pound, the US dollar, Canadian dollar, all of those are actually starting to come into play. Like they're looking like a good trade at the moment. So let's look at those Forex currencies as well. But the indexes are worrying us a little bit. We're not quite 100% happy to be getting into these index trades with, the risk-reward ratio, unless of course you think the S&P is just going to go and target that 5,000 and nail it, but I really don't know in December. Hey guys, let's get to it. Let's talk about all of these things for the week. Where's the market going? Are we getting the Santa Claus rally? And hey, don't forget the risk disclaimer. The risk disclaimer. What's the risk disclaimer? Risk. The markets are going to go up, markets are going to go down. For those of you that know me, I always talk about it. The markets are 50-50. They're either going to go up or they're going to go down. There's no magic one, there's no guarantees. Anyway, the risk is, this is not financial advice. 80% of traders lose money, maybe 90%, and you probably will as well. So don't expect anything. Don't follow my trades. I'm a 50-50 trader at the best of times. So without further ado, let's get to it and let's start talking about the trades. The S&P. Let's start with the S&P. What a run up on Friday. Look at where she is. Sitting at the limits, sitting right at the top. So my question now is, do you trade this long and follow the trend, or do you wait for a better entry, or do you go against the trend and take a short? Now, I might look at a short on the S&P if it breaks the structure. Okay. Now, I'm not a big one for all this moving averages and RSIs and whatnot. I do have them there just for confidence. ICT bullshit and all this stuff where you magic tricks for trading. I simply support the support. I trade the support and resistance. I trade the supply and demand and the imbalances. I mean, that's it. Okay, that's what I look at, and I'm really not too concerned about all the little tricks that go with it. It either hits that and it either goes up or it either goes down. There's no way you're going to get it right. There's no way you're going to tell 100% every time anyway. Just go back in your trading and see for yourself. No matter what tricks you used, it went either way. So I'm looking at, it's sitting at that level, and what's your risk to reward on this S&P? Where can it go? Now, we don't know. It could shoot and go and test that 5,000 if it really wanted to, but will it in December? So I'm a little bit concerned that everything's a little bit overbought at the moment, and perhaps we should be waiting for it just to, come down a little bit, retrace it a little bit, come down, and maybe look for better entry levels on the trend. Or if it breaks structure, like I was saying, how structure works, it goes down below the last high or low, the structure's broken. You can also draw a trend line, and if it breaks through that trend line also, the structure's broken, it's going the other way. So maybe you can start looking at a possible short trade in that scenario, if it shows a pattern that works. So the S&P, you can look at that, it can go either way. The same goes for the DAX. Now if we look at the DAX, right, and we go into the DAX, it has flown, and we were in these trades, okay, and we got out, and I must say I got out too early, but okay, that happens. I wasn't expecting it to get this high. Wow, amazing stuff. But now you're sitting with a similar scenario. Where's the DAX going to go from here? If you go long on the Germany, I mean, what's your risk to reward? I mean, really, at the end of the day, how far is this thing going to go? So, yeah, once again, let's look for better entries or look for a break of structure and maybe look for a short on this. So there's no immediate trade this week on this. I'm not sure where it's going to go. I'm not sure if we're going to get that Santa Claus rally. Really not sure. So let's look at for better entries on this. The FTSE's very much the same. If we look at the FTSE, now the FTSE's not the same. Sorry, my mistake. The FTSE's trading in a range between 72 and 77. Let's be honest. And it's kind of bouncing up and down at the moment between 74 and 75. So it's really going nowhere. The FTSE's a bit of an anomaly. So if you want to look for trades in a range, that might be the one to go for if you're looking at the indices. But barring the indices, let's go and look at these currencies. The Euro Great British Pound has dropped to wonderful levels. So the big thing this week is, are we going to look for a short structure or are we going to look for a long structure? You can go short if this thing, it's gone through its support, and it might just continue on going. But then again, if it starts to retrace back up, because she is at the extreme levels, you could get a nice long of this. Wait for it to break structure though. Once again, it's got to break the structure, and then you can start looking at the long trades. Otherwise you're going against the trend. The trend is short at the moment, right? Let's have a look at the US dollar, the Canadian dollar. Now if I look at the US dollar, Canadian dollar, very same sort of scenario as the Euro Great British Pound. It's trending downwards. So you can look for another further short trade, or you can look for a breaking pattern and go long because she's at extremes again. It's just like the stock market being, or the indices being extremes at the top. These things are extremes at the bottom. We were waiting for corrections on these currencies, and the corrections have occurred. So these corrections, because over the longer term, these currencies are actually trending upwards. Over the shorter term, we've got a downtrend. So you might want to take long trades on these guys. So let's have a look at, for example, the US dollar, the euro, US dollar. It's actually quite a popular trade as well, and this one as well has retraced. It's retraced, and this one might actually be a good long trade. It's very similar to the Great British Pound. If we go into the Great British Pound, you can see that this is also looking like very much a trade that could go long. So maybe start looking for some long trades in these areas and see where we go. So hey guys, that's my weekly review. I'm just looking through the week and I'm just checking where we're going for the week and what's going to happen. Don't forget what I've told you, what I've said, and I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not telling you how to trade, and I know you all love the idea of the ICTs and the moving average structures and the Fibonacci and all the different MACDs and all that sort of thing. Just remember they're lagging indicators. So let's say you took a moving average crossover strategy. Just remember, by the time you take the strategy, the price has already moved halfway, and by the time you get out of the strategy, the price has already moved halfway back down, so your profits are like minuscule. Just work it out for yourself, okay? So all these structures and whatnot, they work, okay, use them, but have a good risk structure, right? Watch your risk, that's all you got to do. The only reason I use the systems that I do is because it helps me manage my risk. It makes it easy for me to manage my risk. It makes it much simpler for me to manage my risk, because that's what trading is all about. It's all about managing your risk at the end of the day. I can tell you that now. If you're an investor, bully for you, wonderful stuff. If you've got 20 years to wait, 5, 10 years to wait, that's great. Because if you put your money in the S&P today and you're only intending to come back to it in 10 years' time, you're going to do immensely well. If you're expecting to make money in 6 months and just leaving it there, you might be disappointed. So that's why I say investors, I mean, I watch all these shows where the guys actually call in and they ask the pro trader or they ask the professional who's working for that big company, and they say to him, now I'm looking at this company, you know, like, I want to trade into Meta, or I want to trade into this or that bank or whatever the case. And the guy says, yeah, no, if you're looking at a 3-year view and trading charts doesn't work, and you know, that sort of thing. And I think to myself, gosh, a 3-year view, a 10-year view, I don't have that kind of time. So yeah, it doesn't help having these guys on, you know what I mean? You need day traders like ourselves on these shows, talking to people that trade charts, people that like do this on a daily basis. Those are the people we want to hear. Those are the people we want to speak to, you know, at the end of the day. Guys, I don't have a course for you. I don't have a thing for you. I don't have anything like that. Maybe one day I will. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. But no, I'm just putting this out there because I see so many guys out there promoting these fancy courses, these fancy ways and magic tricks to make money on the stock market. And as you know, I've told you a million times, there ain't no magic trick. It's you. You're the one who's going to make it work. If you've got a system, use your system, manage your risk, and just get your mindset right, and you'll be okay. But if you think you're going to go through YouTube or TikTok or any of these places, Facebook and all the rest of it, and find the magic trick, you're just going to confuse yourself. You're not going to find that magic trick, I can promise you now. It doesn't exist. So maybe do what I do, just sort of pick a place on the chart and go mad, because what you do is you learn the patterns over time. It takes years, but you learn the patterns over time. You sort of pick up in your mind, things are going up, things are going down. Does it look dicey? Doesn't it look dicey? And you sort of follow that. So guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Follow me if you're on TikTok. And hey, go check out our Facebook page. Every single day I post a trade on Facebook, on our Facebook page. So, you know, we do a bit of analysis. And then that analysis is on our little blog. It's a free blog, and it's just there to show the guys where we're going, what we're doing on that particular day, what we might be interested in. There's obviously a lot of other trades that we're interested in on the day as well, but we pick a trade and put it out there. Okay, so it might be interesting for you. It might help you learn. It might help you see, go and look at that and analyze it for yourself. See what you think, right? Hey, like, comment and subscribe, and until next time, it's Rob Guilty, Logical Trading. I don't know if I did introduce myself in this video. I hope I did. I may have forgotten. So yeah, if you don't know me, it's Rob Guilty. It's Logical Trading. Until next time, guys, have a wonderful trading week. And I'll try and do this again next week. We'll try and put a video together for you, and we'll try and talk about the markets. Cheers.